Ron Sambrano right here in Makawao in Mike Molina's house. Mike is the incumbent of the Maui County Council Makawao Paia Haiku District, right, Mike?
You got it.
And thanks for inviting me over.
Mahalo, Ron. Thank you.
And Mike, for those of you who don't know Mike, and this is Mike.
Well, first of all, Ron, I'm a Makawao boy, born and raised here, and prior to being elected to the county council, I taught over at Kalama Intermediate School for a number of years, and then in 1998, we made our first run at office. We weren't successful then, but we gave it one more shot, and we've been in office since 2000, and it's been a pleasure and an honor to serve the people of Maui County. I have 3 children. My son Ian is the oldest. He's 25, and he's in San Diego, California.
Cool, the Chargers.
Yeah, that's right. And my daughter Amy is a 49er. She's over in San Francisco right now.
I don't like her already because I'm a Rams man.
Ooh,
but anyway,
getting personal here now. And then my youngest, her name is Malia, and she's 12 years old, and she attends Kamehameha schools. And I also have a wonderful wife, by the way. We can't leave her out.
Oh yeah, I
too.
cannot leave her out. Sorry,
her name is Shello, and you know, she cracks the whip like any good wife should, and keeps me in line.
She's the boss then.
She is the boss.
And you're good serving.
The first 2 words you learn is I do, and then after that it's yes dear.
He won a chow fun cooking contest. Kind of like by default, right? I mean, he just was kind of like a substitute guy.
I was a last-minute entry. They couldn't find anybody else, so they came asking for me to give it a shot. So I said, why not? Let's give it a try and see what happens.
Yeah. So Mike went home, and then his assistant called and said, "Hey, guess what, Mike? You won the chow fun competition." He's all stoked. He's like, "No way! I won!" But he did win. And tell the folks, like, you had some stiff competition, right?
Oh yeah, former Mayor Kimo Apana was cooking, and he had a restaurant or two, so he was a good cook. Right. And also Boy Kanai, a fabulous disc jockey for KPOA Radio, and also a gentleman by the name of Marvin Shim, who's involved with the Maui Chinese Historical Society. So I had some really, really great competition to go up against, and I don't know how I won it, but miracles can happen.
Well, you know, it's like the Bible, yeah? He was like David, right?
I was David against a bunch of Goliaths, that's for sure. I already chopped up the green onions, but here's an important ingredient that's part of the chow fun, it's the garlic. So you need to mash the garlic. You take about maybe 3 or 4 pieces of garlic, you mash it up. So you take the garlic and you just kind of saute it a little bit in the pan here.
Right.
And then
kind of sweat them out a little bit, huh?
Yeah, and then you go ahead and you take about a pound of ground pork, you know.
Oh, yeah?
And you just handle it really gently, you know. It's I
tell
really
you, gently.
I don't know, maybe I'm superstitious, but how you handle food will determine its outcome. You know, you brown your pork, and in the meantime, you get your water boiling for your noodles. This is really simple, nothing fancy chow fun. You can find this in any supermarket, the Hula brand, the dried noodles. I got most of the recipe off of this package of noodles here. Lo and behold, it was fast, easy to make, and it became a regular staple of my family. My kids and my wife love it. And my wife's a great cook. And so when she gave me compliments for it, I felt pretty good about it. This was the pot that cooked the championship noodles, believe it or not.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
This is like holy grounds right here.
And you know what's so funny about it that day? Kimo and the rest of the other gentlemen, they put their noodles on some really nice fancy dishes. I was so embarrassed. I even left the competitions. I figured there's no way this thing's gonna win. You know.
You keep it simple and just stick with fundamentals. You can win a championship.
That's right. And speaking of football, you know, you told me you like, is it the Chargers?
No, the Rams.
Oh, the Rams. Yeah. Hey, they beat the Cowboys yesterday.
Yeah,
Wasn't that some game?
Yeah. Well, you know, Tommy Romo wasn't playing, so maybe that's why.
Believe it or not, it might surprise you. I'm a diehard Viking fan.
Really?
My campaign colors inspired. I got inspired by the Vikings team colors of purple and goldish yellow.
The purple people eaters, huh?
Purple people eaters. Yeah. And this is a good dish for football games too.
Okay, Mike. So you know, back to the cooking thing. Who was the judges over there?
I believe one was Mr. Bobby Santos from Maui Community College's Culinary Arts Department, and I think there are 1 or 2 people from the media. I was surprised that all 3 of them said that, hey, you know, the guy with the black pot noodles was okay, you know. They didn't know who it was.
Yeah, bro, that's a good one.
Yeah, it was the upset of the year, I think.
So Kimo wasn't nuts. He never let me in the parking lot.
Kimo didn't.
So it is unanimous.
It was a unanimous call. I mean, I was stoked and shocked at the same time. I think these noodles are about done. Straight on the old colander.
Okay, so strain them out.
Pasta came from China, right, if I'm correct?
I think so.
I believe so. Yeah. Remember your history classes? Yeah. Ironically, I taught history at Kalama Intermediate School, and history has never been a subject that's really excitable for a lot of kids, but if you make it relative to their lives today, then you can connect, because you know, to determine our future, we need to learn from our past.
You got to go back in time.
We're getting a little bit of history here today on how to do this, the Molina chow fun.
This is history making right here. The whole trick was just getting the garlic, slashing the garlic so the flavors come out.
Garlic, putting in the right amount of seasonings.
And just like...
and having a healthy appetite. You don't want to take chances with pork in terms, you want to make sure it's really brown, make sure. The last thing you want to see is, you know, something pink with pork. For me, that's my feeling.
Something like moving around.
Yeah.
You don't want to get sick. Because if you get sick, you cannot vote.
I for one, I'm really concerned about the exodus of our young people having to leave Maui because of lack of employment or housing opportunities. Because if we lose that resource, then, you know, what does the future hold for Maui County? And it's amazing how much Hawaii people we have, not only in California, but Nevada, Arizona, Colorado.
What college did you go to?
UH Hilo.
Oh, UH Hilo.
UH Hilo, yep. The good old Vulcans.
The
You know, I'm
Vulcans.
wearing the old Rainbow Warrior hat here. This is old school. I threw in a couple of dashes of oyster sauce here. And then I also added some shoyu. You know, lower salt. Yeah, we got to be a little bit more health conscious nowadays. Yeah, to kind of offset all the salt in the oyster sauce. Yeah. We take this guy.
Okay.
And put them all inside.
The drain
and we're going to mix it up.
Stay off the salt, man.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You know. So, Mike, what do you think putting Hawaiian salt on your corned beef?
I haven't had it for a long time, you know.
You drink plenty of water after that.
That's right, that's right. You got to add a little color, yeah, something less formal.
Striking presentation.
Yeah, striking
beautiful.
presentation.
Beautiful.
You think this can get me on
Splendid.
Emerald or what?
Oh, guaranteed.
No, Rachel Ray.
Guaranteed. Let me have my people call their people and see what happens.
Yeah. And guess what? We're ready to eat.
Ready for grind.
That's it.
Mike.
Very simple.
You're the man, bro. I can
Easy,
smell them. So anytime you make this, you know, call me. I live in Lahaina, but I'll catch the boss special. Because the bus stop
catch that Maui boss, that's
stop
right.
right down your street, yeah.
That's right, it does.
Perfect. For $1, folks. $1. And when you can get your face on top of the boss? Next year. I see it's Shermaine Tavares and Ricky on top there.
I don't know. I scared we might lose ridership if we put my face on the
then.
bus. You got to dig on the bottom, man. You know, the pork sellers down on the bottom, man.
Yeah, I love pork, yeah.
Okay, let me hand this to you, Ron.
Okay.
You got to eat this with wood. The chopsticks taste more, chop fun.
For sure. Okay, folks, let me try this out. Mike Molina special award-winning chop fun. I'm going to sample this. Oh no, bro. I can taste the garlic.
Yeah, that's the key.
Mike, thanks, Sam.
Oh, anytime, Ron.
This is
anytime.
good.
Thank you.
But you know, I gotta ask you one question.
Sure.
Okay. How does your cooking parallel with the way you run your government office?
Keep things straightforward and to the point, and then just look at the problem and go from there. And then not to get distracted with a lot of other issues. You know, try not to cloud things into the one issue you're focusing at, and that is the solution to the problem.
Mahalos.
Thank you.
And best of luck to you in
Thank
these
you.
elections.
Thank you very much.
Bless your family and all that, man.
Mahalo, and it was a pleasure to be here. Keep up the great work, Ron and Kat.
Yes, sir. Okay,
Aloha.
guys. Aloha.